Hello, fellow colleagues. I am here today to show you how I use Explain Everything. I'm totally bummed that I couldn't be there with you guys to hang out, but I'm still going to share my expertise with you, and I hope you enjoy. So have fun. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is when you open Explain Everything, this is the page that you're going to get. You're going to get like all your projects here that you've already worked on. And underneath here is some videos that you can watch on your free time if you'd like to. It kind of shows you some more extra features about the about this app. You can also like join and collaborate with other people, and you can share your stuff. But mostly what I use it for is I make new projects, and then I use those projects and put them into my course. So what I do is I click this new project button, and that's how we start our new project. So once you click new project, this screen pops up and asks you how you want to start it. So you can start with a blank canvas. Basically, it's got nothing on it. It looks like a whiteboard. You can use one of their templates that they've already got, or you can put your own files in. This is what I typically do. I have my own files because I make PDFs for my students, and I leave like blank, not filled in copies of my math notes, and that's what I import in so the students can write along on their sheets of paper if they want to, because it looks exactly the same. So I just click on the files, and then this is what comes up. So this is what the screen that comes up when you choose to import your own file. And what's nice is it gives you lots of different options about what you want to actually input. Most of my stuff and everything that I save, I put in my Google Drive. And so I'm going to choose Google Drive. And then it will come up with your list of all the files that are in your Google Drive. So it'll look something like this. It has like all of your files. So I've gone into my like trigonometry unit folder, and then my lesson handouts or note handouts, as you can see. And for the purpose of these slides, I chose, I just clicked right here, here on the sign law, and then it gets ready to import it into your project. So after you click on it, you'll get this lovely check mark here that basically tells you, hey, we're good to go. Let's do this. So once you have that and it's got the check mark and it's good to go, you're going to click on import so that you can import it into your project. So the one thing I absolutely love about Explain Everything is that even if I have a large PDF with lots of different files, for example, like if you've got a PDF of a textbook or a PDF of a large document that you want your students to look at, you don't have to choose every single page from it to import. So this one has the two different pages that make up my PDF, and I can choose to put both of them into my project, or I can just choose one if I want. So all you do is click on it and it will get rid of it. And then it will only import the ones that you actually have check marks on, which I think is pretty cool. So I've selected both pages of my PDF. So this is what it looks like when it first comes onto the screen. Now the nice thing, if you just put your two fingers on the screen, and then you can zoom in and out, and actually like zoom in on the area that you want to zoom in on, which I think is pretty cool. So I don't have to leave it like this. I can zoom in and just look at one page or just one part of the page, which is something I do a lot. And typically the nice thing you can also do is pause it in between and zoom into where you want it, and then just push record again and pick it back up. So the students don't actually have to see you try to figure out where where the page needs to be, you can pause, figure all that out, and then pick it up like it's magic, which I think is pretty cool. The other thing you can do is title it. So just put a title there. So for this one, I'd put The Sign Law. Whatever you put there is what your video, typically what your video is going to be called when you upload it to YouTube. So I think that's pretty cool. So there's a couple things to take note. This is the toolbar on the side. What's interesting is that I can see it while I'm recording, but your actual finished video doesn't have any of this stuff on it. So the students can't see that. They can just see what is actually on this white part of the screen and what you've actually written on, which is kind of cool. So this one here allows you to import videos or pictures or whatever you want. Personally, I haven't actually used that yet, but it's something I might do. Ooh, look, it says equation there. I might have to get into that. Sorry, guys. I just got really excited about that because I hadn't noticed that before. But there you go. So I definitely going to check into that now. But I haven't actually done it yet. Okay, so the other thing is this one here is your pen. If you click on this dot, you can make the dot like bigger or smaller. And then you can also make it like a big fat marker or a like nice little pen like I'm using here. And you can pick all these different colors, which I think is pretty cool. I use it a lot, especially with Trig to kind of highlight different things. So I really like that. There's also an eraser that's right here. And there's a highlighter, which is pretty cool because sometimes I, like when I'm doing compound interest or like things that I want to stand out without like writing right over top of it, I'll just choose the highlighter and I'll highlight it. Check that out. Okay, really cool. Okay, once you're done all your recording, and the nice thing is like if you make a mistake, you can totally just like pause it, go back to where you made a mistake and start over again, which I think is really cool. But when you're done, you're going to click up here. Click this button up here. Oh, I'm still in the highlighter. And then it brings down this screen. Now, the one that I use, because this one is pretty much like just explain everything and requires your like collaborator to have explain everything, which our students don't always have. But I choose this one, the export. So that's what I choose when I'm done and I like the way the video is. Honestly, guys, I don't do a lot of editing. So if I make a mistake in the video, usually I just hit the back button and I'll start over again and the students see that I made the mistake and I'm like, oh, well, who cares? Okay, so after you click that, it comes up with this list, like how do you want to export it? And I always choose video. It's going to allow, it puts everything together nicely. I've tried to use the screencast like recorder that's on the iPad, and it's just there's so many extra steps to do it. This one makes it really easy. So I just choose video. And then, oh, you're going to see me scroll. Sometimes I pause to do that and sometimes I don't, which I didn't do this time, but the rest of the video I did. Haha, you guys thought I was magic. When you click the export as a video, you get all this list and you can scroll through the list. So you can scroll that back and forth and you can also scroll this back and forth because YouTube, I usually can't see it. I have to scroll to see it. But it's usually on the bottom here, and that's the one I choose because then it will put it into your YouTube channel. And then we can just go to YouTube, pick up the embed code, and put it into our courses just like we would do for any other YouTube video. And it's kind of cool because I can see how many times my video has been viewed. And basically, if I have a video and only like 3 people have watched it, then I know that most of my class has not watched that video yet, which is kind of cool to look at. Yeah, so you can do that. A couple notes about YouTube. longer your video is, the longer it takes to upload it. So once you click on this, it comes up with a red screen, asks you about the title, and then you would just click the button that says publish. It will then I just kind of let it do its thing. Depending on the size of the video, the longer videos take a little bit longer to upload, but it takes about probably less than 5 minutes to upload. And then I usually have to wait a few minutes for it to actually show up on YouTube. Again, the smaller the file or the smaller the video, the quicker it takes. But I never wait any more than 5 minutes for it to show up in my YouTube channel so that I can grab the embed code and just put it right into my D2L. So anyways, guys, that's how I use Explain Everything to do my videos. I haven't had any complaints yet. And I have had students in here who are actually watching them. It's kind of funny because I hear my voice and I'm like, where is that coming from? But they're watching them. I can tell that they're watching them on YouTube because it has the statistics there. But anyways, it makes it feel like a regular classroom for me in terms of a whiteboard and stuff. And I just really love it. But if you have any questions about how to use Explain Everything, or if you would like to sit down with me and go over a few things, I'm happy to do that. Again, sorry I couldn't be there with you guys. I'm sure you're having tons of fun. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.